Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for joining me for today's video. And today's video is a very simple and easy card featuring the products from the waves of the ocean. So this is the card I'll be showing you. And just to recap, Waves of the Ocean is an early release stamp set, guys, and it's being offered as a bundle so that you save 10% from the new catalog that will be going live May 3rd. But the designer series paper and the specialty foils and the jewels, these three items here are only available until, I believe it's May 2nd, or until supplies last. So just wanted to point that out to you. And also, for today's project, I will be using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And only during the month of March, the Stampin' Cut Mini is, excuse me, a 20% discount. So instead of $60, it's $48. And Stampin' Up! Is also offering select bundles at a 20% savings. So all of this information will be at the bottom of my blog. And I also wanted to let you know that I am offering in March a PDF ordering special, that when you place a $25 order in my online store and you use a code, you will receive a PDF file that has 5 cards with step-by-step directions, pictures to make the cards. And it features the artfully composed suite of products. That's what I've used for that. So that's it for any news coming up. But today's card, again, it's a very easy card, and I really don't like doing things that are complicated. Sometimes it might look complicated, but it's really not. Because yeah, I don't do well with complicated. But I just want to get my stamping done and out of the way before we start with anything else with the card. And again, this is the Waves of Inspiration stamp set. And we're doing a happy birthday. And I stamped it upside down, and it doesn't matter because we're going to pop it out with a die cut. And then now we're going to ink up our pelican. It's on the pilings, and I have affectionately referred to this pelican as Pete, Pete the Pelican. And I am using basic gray ink. Okay, Pete looks pretty good there. So let me get this out of the way, because as you all know, I have a tendency to stick my fingers or my material in there. So our card base is 4 1/4 by 11, thick basic white. I've scored that in half at 5 1/2, and I'm just going to burnish the fold with my bone folder. And all I'm doing is putting my strips of designer series paper and my foil on the front of this card. Now the foil strips are 1 inch by 4, and excuse me, the designer series paper is 7/8 of an inch by 4. It's very, very easy. And again, for this, I just want to do a dry run before I start to adhere my my pieces parts down. That way I can remove one piece of my designer series paper, my foil, at a time, and put it back and know where I am. So I'm just going to use my Tombow liquid adhesive still. Maybe move this down just a little bit. This was about the hardest part of the card, was getting everything lined up. And my fingers are so dry, they don't want to pick anything up. Okay, I like that. So let's get started with putting this down. And you can use your tape runner for this if you want, but the using the liquid adhesive, I don't know my bubbles, okay there, sort of gives me some time to play around with this if I don't really like how I have it down. Okay, looks straight to my eyeballs. It probably isn't, but I don't think that the recipient of this card is going to scrutinize it so much that they're going to say, that wasn't straight. All they're going to know is that you made them a beautiful handmade card, and that's all they're going to focus on. Right, our card is like halfway done. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in Stampin' Mini because my dies will fit through this platform. It has a very small footprint. And get our die here for Pete. And just to make sure he doesn't shift around on me, I'm just going to use a piece of purple tape to hold that die in place. That cranked through. Okay, there's Pete. And the die for the greeting for our happy birthday. This makes a great masculine card. Now on this card, I knew I wanted to tuck the one end under the piling. So normally, just for a regular greeting, you would place this in the center. But I knew I wanted just a little bit extra here to tuck underneath there. So I've got a little bit of an excess over here, so I can do that so it doesn't look kind of wonky. Let me grab another piece of tape. My top plate on. Pin this through. This out. Okay, we are done with our die cutting. And then now, all we're going to do is assemble this card. And in this one, I picked Designer Series paper that had more Pacific Point colors in it. I wanted it to go with the Night and Navy blue foil specialty papers. And on this one, I used the Coastal Cabana foil paper because I felt it went more with the colors on this Designer Series paper. So we're going to get some dimensionals, and let me make sure I've got my, because I want my dimensionals on this side, since I'm going to tuck the other end underneath my pilings. For up and through here, wanted to make sure that my larger dimensionals didn't show. So I've pulled out my leftovers from my minis, and I just snip to make them smaller. So when all you have left is a border around your dimensionals, don't throw those away. Snip them and use them. So I'm going to put that one right there. Let's see. Got a small one here. Put there. All right, so we're done with the dimensionals. And then just going to figure out okay, that looks good. Remove the backings from the dimensionals. Put that down, and then we'll get the backings off of here. And we'll put Pete down. Then I pulled out because I wanted something here. I didn't want to leave that element open. So I looked through my ribbon, and the Gray Granite shimmer ribbon seems to blend in really well with the basic gray ink, and also the foil paper has a shine, and this ribbon has a shimmer to it, so it sort of helps to pick up with the foil just a little bit. Even though it's a masculine card, it's just a little bit of bling. We're going to add some more bling with our rhinestone jewels, but I just did a simple knot. Snip some off. Oh, let me grab a glue dot, and that's what I'm going to attach this with. So just put a glue dot onto the back of my ribbon, put that where the opening is, trim my tails. That's done. And then where are my, oh, here they are. Here's the rhinestones are in different shades, and these almost have a piece of white here, have almost a greenish color to them. So I figured that would look good with this. So we're just going to get my piercer, and we're just going to add our bling to this card. And we're done. I told you it was easy. So yeah, very pretty masculine card, using products from the Waves of the Ocean. And again, the stamp set and the die will be available in the new catalog. It's just this bundle is an early release. The Designer Series paper, the specialty foils, and the bling, the rhinestones, are all one-shot time only. They're here, and once they're gone, they're gone. So I hope you have enjoyed today's Easy Masculine card, and have a wonderful day. Bye.